Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and today's topic is very important for me. I've been creating videos on YouTube for around 4-5 years now. Instagram is a major thing for me, but everywhere I hear such negative things. For the community, my goal was to bridge the gap between clients, architects, designers, students, and provide them information. But this negativity, which I see on Instagram, on YouTube, in the comments, was way too much. And so I decided to create a video on this. Architecture and design is a very creative community. And one word which is most commonly heard everywhere I go is toxic culture. Hi guys, I am architect Sagar Sauji and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to explore about toxic culture in architecture and design industry. Toxic. This word is an internet era word. Mostly we see Gen Zs using it. Of course, we also know this word, but it is majorly talked over on social media. I do not want to say that there was no toxic culture before this Instagram or social media era, but this word has created a buzz around the industry. I recently posted an Instagram story to know what is this toxic culture, why everyone is talking about it, who is facing what problems, and as I imagine, only the employees commented on that story, telling how shitty their workplace was, and I'm going to talk about it more in the upcoming part. But let me tell you, there are two sides of the story. It's not always the employees, it is also employers who face this toxic culture. Before I start and go into the detail, let me tell you that I have certain views. I have heard few things from the people. Since I'm the voice of the community, I wanted to make sure that I talk about this topic out loud. Do not hate me for my views or do not abuse me in the comments if your views differ from me. If you think that I am talking certain things in different way, you can correct me in the comments rather than abusing me. So chalo, let's go and talk about the first thing which is from the employer's side. So when we talk about toxic culture in architecture and design industry, the most common thing which we hear is not getting paid and working overtime. But there are few more things lot many people do not have the guts to talk about if that has happened with someone. But let me throw some light on these things. The first thing which I've heard is not getting right equipment to work. Employers want fast results, but there are no good equipments to work on. To get a good work, you would need a good system so that you can prepare those renders, those drawings in a good and productive way. But when you don't have those kind of equipments, you cannot work around it. And due to this, certain employers blame their employees that they are not working and doing time pass in office. That's really bad. Second thing which I have heard is verbally abusing people in office. If they do not work on time, you either verbally abuse them. If they do not create a drawing in certain way, you verbally abuse them. There are ways to talk with people in an official workspace. It's not a home. You should talk with your employee in a proper way. They are here to train with you. You can tell them that they can work in a certain way, they can create a drawing in a certain way. And if they are doing it continuously, regularly, either you fire them or take drastic measures to train them. Third and the most important thing which I've heard out there is molesting people. This is something really bad which is happening in our industry. People are molesting someone and later claiming that if you take their name outside in the industry, they will finish off their career. And it is not just girls, guys, boys are also getting molested. That is really shit. I had a call with someone the other day. The person was 22 years old and was molested and was sitting in the bathroom for 8 long hours until unless a known person came to pick her up. I think those who are suffering from these things should say things out loud. इतना तो बता दिया but और है. One of the most pathetic thing I have heard is tapping phones. मुझे नहीं पता कि इतने गवर्नमेंट कॉन्टैक्ट्स कैसे है दैट यू कैन टैप समवन्स फोन. इट्स ब्रीच ऑफ प्राइवेसी गाइस. एंड आपको और कोई काम धंधे नहीं है क्या कि आप किसी का फोन टैप कर रहे हो. Like you cannot take hands from your laptop, you cannot yawn, you cannot stretch your hand, you cannot crack your knuckles. This is something like a controlling demon you are carrying with you. I could not stand for 5 minutes if someone is controlling me like that. I cannot be productive, I cannot create good drawings, I cannot be creative, and in such negative environment a person will suffer. And under the name of exposure and experience, you people treat your employees like shit. The thing which I'm going to say now is very common. Gossip culture. Gossip culture is really shitty. मैंने किया नहीं था but still मेरा नाम उसमें फंस गया था. And आई लॉस्ट माई प्रमोशन ड्यू टू इट. 2 साल तक प्रमोशन नहीं मिला. एट एंड आई वॉज फ्रस्ट्रेटेड फ्रॉम दैट जॉब एंड आई लेफ्ट इट. तो ये सब जगह होता है. एवरीबडी डज गॉसिप्स. Even if you are not part of it, they will pull you inside it. They will put your name, and either you are getting fired or your promotions are affected or something else would happen. So gossip culture is really bad in our industry. One reply which I got on the Instagram story I posted was working on Saturday. I would deny that okay, working on Saturday is still a norm in India. European culture अब तक पूरी तरह आया नहीं है. Our firms are not MNCs, so working on Saturday is kind of okay. Some of you might not accept it or may abuse me for that, but I'm letting you know that half day Saturday सब जगह हो रहा है. People are doing it. That's not a huge problem. But if there's an off on Saturday or Sunday, the employers are calling the employees to work on that particular day without paying them, of course, and also abusing them that कि घर पे क्या ही करोगे बैठ के आप काम कर लो. Sometimes it is okay because you are working on a project and that is also going on site and you are responsible for it. That is fine. But you can also draw a line that please, sir or ma'am, do not call me on this day or not. But lot of people under the impression of getting fired or not getting enough experience and exposure get affected by it. But it is still not that huge problem. You can still draw a line and tell them that they cannot call you, or all these things can happen in an interview. So these are the problems which I've talked about is faced by the employees. There are more problems, but I don't think I can cover everything in the video. But let me tell you what this toxic culture does to your employees or a person who is watching this video. It will affect your work. You will not sleep properly. It will affect your productivity. You will not feel very creative. If you want to start your firm, you would start hating this industry that यहाँ पे तो ऐसा हो रहा है, how would I get work? The clients won't talk to you in a good way. You would think that the vendors are not respecting you, your colleagues are not respecting you. Everything happens because of all these things I've said. It will also waste valuable time and money from both sides, employers and employees. So if something is happening to you, either try to speak it on the same day or same time and try to solve these things rather than going on internet and typing about it. I'm not saying typing on internet is wrong. I run a social media channel and if I feel bad about something, I write about it. But I would also say that if something was wrong happening with me, rather than directly going on social media, first I'll crash that person. I'll talk things with him and I'll try to solve that problem. And then if it is still not solving, I'll ask for help. About molestation and verbal abuse, I think that you should draw a line and tell them that this is wrong. Get away from there and do a police complaint. That's simple. But I'll also say one thing. When you're going to a job interview, you have a right to ask some difficult damn questions. You should ask about how much you are going to get paid. Is there an overtime culture in the office? What kind of job roles you have? How much you need to travel to get to a job? Are there any side visits you will be learning? Is the architect going to sit with you and talk to you about the design process? What kind of exposure you are going to be getting? What kind of exhibitions you will be traveling with the architect? All these things should be asked in the interview itself. Rather than creating a batangad out of it once things happens with you, understand the interview is the most important process where you can judge a firm and if it is suitable for you or not. So I think employees side ho gaya hai, but there are two sides of the coin and let me talk about the employers side. ये किसी ने ज़्यादा सुना नहीं है, but since employers also follow me and employees also follow me, I have to balance things out and hear out what employers feel. तो चलो शुरू करते हैं. So employers spend lot of time hiring someone. Hiring process बहुत long term process होता है. Either they put it out on LinkedIn, put out some money on certain platforms like Naukri to hire and find a perfect candidate. What people do or toxic employees do is not knowing where they are applying for a job, what kind of work they do, उन्होंने कौन सी buildings बनाई है और उनको principal architect तक का नाम नहीं पता रहता है. Even if they go for an interview, if it is like 40 kilometers or 20 kilometers away from the city, they say yes to the job because वो excitement होती है कि चलो job मिल गया. They get the validation that they have that skill and चलो उन्होंने हमको हायर कर लिया, हमको जॉब मिल रहा है. बट वंस दे गो टू द जॉब एंड ट्रैवल 20 to 30 kilometers away from the city to go to that place, they think that it's too far. But ये सब हायरिंग के बाद हो रहा है and they leave the job in 2 days. That's really bad because someone is putting time and effort to take that interview and there are certain employees की 2 दिन में चले गए. That's really bad. One of the most common thing जहाँ पे मुझे बहुत सारे सवाल आते हैं कि which is the best city to move for internship or a job. I don't name any city because I don't know what is the best city according to them. The only thing I tell them that, do you have a relative in that city? Do you think that moving to that particular city or that particular firm will give you kind of exposure or the goals you have to learn architecture or design in a different way? Then yes, go to that city. But without knowing that what kind of work they do, what kind of projects they have, you just rush just to live that city life. But then पता चलता है कि salary थोड़ा कम मिलने वाली है, you enjoy a lot, weekend में बहुत ज़्यादा fun कर लिया है, and then you call that particular office to be toxic because you're getting underpaid. They have already listed it on their job site that they would be paying you a stipend of this many rupees. So what I said is that the coin has two sides. You label them as a toxic firm, but they are not. Can you afford that place and can you afford that salary? ये सब होने के बाद ही say yes to the firm because they are taking so much efforts for that particular interview. One of the thing is most common in our industry is job jumping. Because salary कम होती है तो कहीं ना कहीं ज़्यादा salary का job मिलता है, you directly jump from one job to another, which is not bad. But at least give the notice to a person you are leaving the job and you have a better opportunity. This is something which is lacking here. आपकी growth नहीं हो रही है and you are looking for certain good things in your life. If you serve the notice period, that particular employer will know that you are leaving the job and he needs to hire someone who can fit in that position. If not leaving jobs, taking random leaves is also hurting the firm. Gen Z send a simple mail that I am not feeling like working today. उसमें कोई compulsion नहीं है कि आप मत लो leaves, but at least be a person to inform someone that you are taking a leave and you have certain kind of genuine problem. I'll tell you that I know certain firms जो overtime काम करवाते हैं, but they pay their employees and they also pay them for their food or whatever extra services they require when they are working overtime. They do not abuse them. Even employees know that कि यहाँ पे deadline आ गई है and we have to work overtime here because week along उन्होंने time pass किया है, तो उनको they get breaks. So sometimes they have to work overtime, but this cannot be named as a toxic culture in the office. There are certain employees who constantly crib, who constantly gossip and पूरा work environment खराब करके रखते हैं. Also, lying on resume hampers the workflow of an office because the employer will think that कि आपको ये काम आता है, he would take the projects in that way, but when they see that कि you are not working in a certain way, you do not have that skill, they again have to think of a different way and it affects their workflow. I've also heard stories about fake harassment cases. Anything happens, someone shouts on you, you go on internet and tell that this person has harassed you. I'm not just saying that कि girls or boys, मैं सिर्फ बता रहा हूँ कि fake harassment cases भी होती है. So it's not always an employer. And सबसे बड़ा issue, an architect have called me few days ago and talked about Gen Zs. Gen Zs are creating trouble in office. They are very casual. They take random leaves. They send unprofessional emails. They don't know the name of the architect. They go to random interviews, jump from job to job. So I would say कि it's not all Gen Zs, of course, but there are certain people who are taking things for granted because उनको सारी चीजें एक सोने की थाली में मिल चुकी है. So I would just say to those people who are doing these things कि do not do this. पकड़े जाओगे and you won't get job anywhere if you have that crybaby attitude everywhere. So yes, I think I've covered many points. I was not harsh, but this is something the community is facing. I do not want to take sides here, तो मैंने दोनों sides से बातें की है. And I do not want these things to happen in my community. I do not want people to demean architecture or interior design or design industry at all. I want people to work together, have good culture in their offices and make big unicorn companies out of it. In conclusion, I can tell you that when you are interviewing someone, if you are an employee or an employer, that's the one thing where you can judge a person if it's a good job for you or not. एक्सपोजर आपको मिलेगा, एक्सपीरियंस आपको मिलेगा. इट्स डू नॉट गेट अफ्रेड कि हाँ बोल दो वो जॉब को जस्ट बिकॉज आपको 4 रिजेक्शंस मिले हैं. To any office you go to, try to talk with the people who are working there, how the office is, how the culture is, and if it is suitable for you, then only go for the interview and join the job. If you are an employer, make sure when you are interviewing someone, ask the right questions to them. Will they be living in that city? Do they have any kind of relative? And is this stipend or salary enough for them to run their daily household work? Then only try to hire that particular person because there's a sign that कि वो salary वो कम बोलेगा and he would run off in 1 or 2 months. I know कि salaries and everything is a different ball game. you have to manage your finances and many things which not every employee will understand, and not every employer will understand कि कौन से salaries देने से इनके क्या क्या problems हो सकते हैं. So it's both ways. Our industry is underpaid, but things can change, and employers, I think you should pay enough to the people so that उनके at least daily household works, daily खर्चे and the kind of work they are doing should be solved. You cannot give them more work on a salary of like merely 8,000 rupees. So it's both ways, try to understand things. So I think I've touched upon both the points carefully enough and not creating lot of controversies. So that's it for today, guys. This was a very harsh and hard topic for me. This is something I've never talked about, and I don't know what will happen after I post this video. But if you think that something is right, please comment on the video, share this video with someone who needs to see it, and keep supporting and let me know that if I should make more videos on any other topic. Bye.